love this car. It's so quick. It handles so well. I love the transmission and the styling. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm not in the GTI. Oopsie. Oh, okay. GTI then. Okay, I know, all two of you watching right now are thinking there's no way I'm stupid. Well, maybe some of you, not all of you, think that I might be dumb enough to confuse the two cars, but the reality is that I've been driving my Golf this week far more than I ever thought, while I would have a GTI parked in my driveway alongside it. The reason? That. Automatic only. For the 2025 model year, for the Mark 8.5, GTI and Golf R, the cars are only available with the, alright fine, still excellent 7-speed dual clutch transmission. But I think Volkswagen has made a critical mistake by removing the manual transmission. I mean, Nissan is going to install a manual transmission in the Z when they said they wouldn't. The manual transmission is still around, and it's an exclusive, exotic piece of equipment now that is dedicated to the driving enthusiast. And if this is to be a GTI must have a manual transmission. In short, I think that without the manual transmission, the GTI has lost a large chunk of its aura, its legend, its reason for existing. And it irks me. It saddens me. The manual transmission is still available in GR Corolla and the Elantra N, in the Mustang, in a number of other cars in this segment. The Civic Si, the Civic Type R, all of that. No, but Volkswagen decided pulling the plug. However, having said that, the DSG is still a spectacular piece of kit. It is unbelievably quick, efficient, smooth, on the ball. I mean, every DSG or dual clutch transmission that the Volkswagen Auto Group put together are some of the best performing ones. But if I've been driving my Golf, I'd say halfsies all week, along with having the GTI, it's really because of the manual transmission. And as you saw, the GTI still accelerates quite well, right? EA 888, 2-liter turbocharged engine, 241 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. If it feels quicker than the just under 6 second 0 to 100 kilometer an hour sprint suggests, is because all that torque is available from only 1600 RPM. Now, my Golf, as you can probably see in the opening sequence, not entirely stock. Yes, I got wheels. It is also lowered, and I'm also upped, if you will, to a Unitronic Stage 1 Plus energy boost. Warranty died a long time ago, so that's not a problem anymore. Which means that I'm up to 254 horsepower and 293 pound-feet of torque. The difference there being that the torque comes in at 3,200 RPM. Also, because it's a manual transmission, I will never launch it because I will completely destroy my poor little clutch, and I don't really have the coins to fix it and replace it with a proper clutch disc that can handle the power. The point is that being lowered, being upgraded, and having a manual transmission has just, it draws me away from the GTI, despite the GTI being as good as it is. One of the best things about it is, other than the DSG, which is nice because now obviously I'm hitting traffic, because why not? You just stick it in D and you don't worry about it. You want to have a little bit more fun, you can use the chintzy plastic paddles. But it's really the dynamic chassis control, which is available only on the Autobahn. And it really transforms the car into an all-condition, all-setting, super comfortable cruiser and a dedicated weekend track machine. Another thing that I absolutely love that I wish I somehow had on my Golf is the VAQ limited slip differential, which you can entirely, completely feel it clawing and digging at the pavement when you're, putting on the Ritz, let's just say. A little bit of lean. Wow, you can feel that the wheel is just digging, though all the weight is being transferred to the other side. That the play is, what a feeling, what a sensation. And obviously the handling, as I was just saying in DCC, and the front end digs or the rear end follows. It holds, it perfectly supports the front end in absolutely every endeavor. And I think what we're going to do now is a little bit of a walk around, because I'm essentially parked on the highway right now. Styling wise, well, we all know and love the GTI because it's a 5-door hatch. Used to be a 3-door hatch, but 5-door hatch is fine. And I swear, if Volkswagen, if you're going to do what Ford did with the Mustang, or what Chevy's about to do with the Camaro and make an SUV or a crossover out of it, I'm going to come down to Wolfsburg and I'm going to shut up. I know. $36,495 is what you have to spend before fees and all of the above to get your hands on a base GTI. But this one is actually an Autobahn, which is exactly $4,000 more. The dead giveaway, the 19-inch wheels versus the 18-inch wheels. The shade right now, I think, is the absolute best color you can get the GTI in, which is King's Red. Okay, to quickly complete the tour, so other features included with the base $36,495 GTI, you get 12.9-inch touchscreen display, 10.25-inch digital IP to go along with LEDs. So this is the Mark 8.5, so it's nip tuck here and there, inside and outside, but essentially it's unchanged from the Mark 8, which was introduced some years ago. MK 8.5 also signaled the end of the manual transmission, but I may have spoken about that enough. So the Autobahn, yeah, $40,495, so the 19-inch wheels, very, very attractive. I think this is actually the best spec for the car. As I said, King's Red. The main advantage to the Autobahn over the base GTI is the DCC, and I also touched on that. It just transforms the car into a whole other monster. You also get the panel roof, as well as a Harman Kardon audio system. But otherwise, yeah, I think Autobahn is the way to go. Oh yeah, here. If you're watching this video and you have a comment on the following. So I've had my Golf Sport Wagon for 7 years, and I've always done this sequence to open the hatch. But apparently that's wrong. Apparently you're supposed to push and pull from up here, but it's so wrong. The ergonomics to that movement are wrong. It just doesn't feel right. And after 7 years, the trunk, the logo, everything still works fine. So if you have a comment, please let me know. 563 liters of boot space. It's a fantastic car. Currently in no child seats, but as you know, great seats, tons of room in the back for a compact car. Some of the best seats in the business. I may have said this in the past, they may or may not return with the car when I'm done with it. Very, very quickly on the inside, there's the 10.25 IP, somewhat configurable, and that's a 12.9-inch touchscreen display, which you saw just now while I was driving. And this is the culprit. When I shift, I purposefully shift. I lift my pinky, or just do it very, very delicately, because that's what you're supposed to do with it. I'm being dumb, but whatever. That's it, the GTI. Yes, the GTI, it is fantastic, but as long as Volkswagen won't bring back the manual transmission, I'm going to go look elsewhere, and you probably should too. I can't believe I'm saying these things. The GR Corolla is just so much edgier. It's got so much more personality, but it's nowhere near as refined or civilized as this thing is. The Civic Si is a rare, rare gem in this segment. If you want complete, insane levels of thisness, Elantra N, absolutely. WRX is one of those safe, sure bets for all season, absolute everything. Yeah, I'm heartbroken, literally.